All right, good morning, guys. Thanks for joining me. We are in the former capital of the Lanna Kingdom. We're in the new city, we're in Chaing Mai. So we're gonna take a little tour. We're gonna go up and we're gonna see the most visited place in this whole area. And we're gonna go see Doi Suthep. We're gonna see the temple on the top of Doi Suthep, which is the mountain. So let me show you around. All right, so we made it up the mountain. We're down here at the base of the temple. And as you look around, there's the normal stuff. They have a little market. They have the stuff selling the little Buddhist souvenirs and the little flowers and stuff like that for whenever you go up to the temple itself to make the merit. The road up here was about 6 kilometers, pretty windy. So it took about 20 minutes or so, a lot of bikes on the road, but not too bad. Now we're gonna go up the stairs and we're gonna go check out the temple now. So the temple itself is kind of mistakenly referred to as Doi Suthep. Doi Suthep is the mountain itself. Doi is the mountain and Suthep is the name of the mountain. The temple itself is Wat Phra Suthep. The Phra means it has like a Buddhist relic. So we're gonna go up about 320 stairs to the temple. Now there is a tram that you can ride if you don't wanna go up the stairs. But part of like going into a Buddhist temple is it's not supposed to be easy to go pray. You gotta have a little bit of suffering. So we'll do the stairs. So some of the sights that you have here. All right, so let's go jump on these stairs. It's right here at the base of the stairs. They have a bunch of stalls set up, and if you wanted to buy some souvenirs, some of the northern souvenirs, they have quite a bit of them right up here. Looks like most of them are closed due to just being a complete lack of tourists. But generally you would come in here and these would be all filled up, all these stalls, and you can buy some of the teak wood stuff or some of the little bowls. A little bit different stuff than you'll see like down in Bangkok. Some of the clothes, the northern style clothes are quite a bit different than anywhere else. You'll see the little fringes and they have some bright colors on them. But here are some of those. So the side of the stairwell will be the nagas that goes all the way up. Now, often you'll see a lot of the kids from the Mon villages that'll be up here, but I don't see any of them today. And another little shrine here at the base. Made it up to the top of the stairs. It was a little bit of a climb, but not too bad. When you get up here, you're just greeted with like a barrage of sound and sights. You have all kinds of little shrines. People are kind of milling about. You can check your shoes in over there. They have a shoe rental or a shoe like storage place. They have all the shrines here. And we'll go up into the main part here in a second. Now, this temple is probably the most visited place in all of Chaing Mai. It's pretty easy to get to, so people come up here. You also have some nice views of the city on a pleasant day. But this is what I wanted to come over here and show you. So, this is a white elephant. And it has kind of an interesting story behind what the white elephant means. If I can get away from that speaker, it's quite loud. The monk leading the prayers over the speaker. All right, and so you have some other things over here, some bells and all of that. But the story of the white elephant is kind of interesting. So in the early days, this was not Thailand. This was a separate kingdom. You had Sukhothai that was further to the south, and up here at Chaing Mai, all of this area was Lanna Kingdom, which was a separate independent state. So the way the story goes is back in the old days, there was a monk that found a bone, a shoulder bone, and he said it was a bone of the Buddha. So, and that this bone had magical powers. It could glow, it could disappear, it could do all kinds of stuff. And it's a good story. But you know, back in the days, there was no TV, so you kind of had to maybe elaborate a little bit on stuff like that. So anyway, he took this bone to the king of Sukhothai, and he said, hey, I have this magic bone that can do all this stuff, and it's from the Buddha. And the king wanted to see it. So whenever the king showed up to look at the bone was just a bone, and it was just laying there. So what the king said is like, hey, this thing is useless, you keep it. But the king of the Lanna kingdom up here, he'd heard about the bone, so he wanted to see the bone. So anyway, whenever that monk took it up to the king of the Lanna kingdom, the bone broke in half. And so he decided, I'm going to keep this part of it. And so that was in Lamphun, which is a little further south of Chaing Mai. So they built a temple there with that part of the Buddha bone. The other bone they put on the back of a white elephant. I don't know, that's the things you do, I guess, if you have a bone. So they stuck it on the back of a white elephant, and they sent the white elephant off into the jungles. They'd, you know, go free or whatever. So that white elephant climbed up here to the top of this mountain. And at the time, it was like Sweet Elephant Mountain. It was like Doi Chang or something like that. And so anyway, that elephant came up here to the top of the mountain, supposedly in that spot where that elephant statue is, and it bugled 3 times and then died. And the Lanna king immediately said, build a temple right here. So that's when they started construction of this temple. And that was around 1368, somewhere in there. So that has a pretty good story to it. I'll leave it up to you if you believe that that is true or not. But hey, you got a white elephant, you got some bones, you got a magic disappearing bone, you got all the good stuff of a story. So here they have this wooden panel that's just carved with some of the scenes of Buddhism in it. The temple, the Nagas, some important person down there in an old car, the monks riding the elephant, some of the temples, and the Buddha's images and the different postures. So after you come in off the tram or up the stairs, you have the shrines you can pray to, and then you go up another little deal, kind of over the threshold, and this will bring you into the main part of the temple. So be quiet. Even though you can't hear anything over the speakers. The painted walls. And this is the main chetty of Doi Suthep. That is really nice. So when you come here, you need to make sure that you dress appropriate. So ladies cannot wear shorts, and they have to make sure their shoulders are covered. If you have shorts or a short skirt on, they'll give you like a wrap to put on. So here's the monk that's over here leading the chants. Kind of interesting. This guy donated some money to the temple. Have a monk in here that'll be giving some blessings. Oh, that guy slowed down for a minute. I thought he was going to stop. He had to take a breath, I guess. Really quite nice in here. Some more of the inside of the temple complex here. Now over here you can write your name or a message onto this piece of cloth, make a donation to the temple, and what they'll do is they'll wrap that around like a Buddha or like an old tree with a spirit in it. That gives you an extra special blessing. Some guys doing a little work here. And another Buddha in here. And a monk that'll give you the blessing. He has a helper cutting the strings. They'll tie those strings around your wrist. In here getting your little blessing.
จารังนิสิโนวังสายโนวายาวาตาสาเวกาตามิโตเอตังสัตตังอาเทตายาปรามาเมตังวิหารังอิตามาโหติติจานุปาตามาสิลาวาตาสาเนนะสัมปันโนกาเมสุวินัยยะเคธานาหิชาตุกัมปัสสย
So we have the ceremony going on here, and the monks are leading it. Now, if you notice, they have a string. They'll all be connected with that string. And they're all doing the little Buddha prayer. And the ladies are dressed up in white, so this is a special occasion here for them. So some other people, what you do is you come up here to make merit, and you say prayers, and you circle the chedi 3 times. So you go around the temple 3 times. And they have their flowers. They got it kind of blocked here with the ceremony going on. But these are just normal people that have came up here to make merit today. This is a spectacular little Buddha here. It's all hand carved in wood. So right here is a little wooden house, an old Thai style house. Inside of it they have like a Buddha statue with some ivory tusks coming up. And then you can go up here to the meditation center. And they have this, which I don't know what the significance of that is. But it has all the characters of the Chinese calendar. It has the rat and the ox and the snake and the goat and the chicken and the pig. So it probably has something to do with what year you're born. We'll go up there and take a look at that. So you're up here on this mountain, on Doi Suthep. And for the Thais, this is freezing cold. It's late October, and I'm still wearing shorts and a t-shirt and sandals. But to the Thais, they're freezing to death. It's pretty cloudy, so it'll probably rain a little bit later here. And you can just look down at the city of Chaing Mai, or New City, the former capital of the Lana Kingdom. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the river that winds down through town and some of the taller buildings. But it's pretty hazy, so I don't know if you can see this at all. But it's still a pretty nice view. And from here you can look up on the temple itself. Part of it over here. But as you can hear, the chanting has not stopped for even a second. So went up to the top of the meditation center here, and you can see these massive columns, and they go up. They're pretty tall. I'm not sure how tall they are, but they're supporting that pedestal up there. You can see the inscriptions and stuff on the bottom here. And a pretty nice view from here of the main part of the temple. And that wooden building. Alright guys, so it was kind of a fun little tour of the temple at the top of Doi Suthep. It's got a nice view of the city, and the admission is free. Now to get here, it's not too difficult. If you have a car, you can drive up. It's a 6-kilometer windy road to get up here. You can also find like a little songtao that'll take you to the minivan, so you can ride a minivan up here. And I think it's like 40 or so baht to get up to the top here. It's not too bad. Would I come back? Yeah, this is nice. I like this place. It's pretty quiet mostly, but today the monks are chanting, so it's a little hard to see. And it's usually pretty busy, so you get a lot of people that are up here making merit and doing this stuff. So anyway, hopefully you liked the content, and if you did, make sure that you give me a like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share it with your friends. If you want to see something different, leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll go see what I can do to make a video or tell you about it. And anyway, guys, remember, life is a journey, so enjoy.